What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with a recap video of week 1 of season 3 CWL action for OneHive. Unfortunately, not the start we were looking for, but honestly, a pretty good war from OneHive. An excellent war from War and Glory. A few mistakes were made, obviously a few dip fails, but the key there, in my opinion, was the 10v10 game was on point for OneHive. It really was. I think we ended up with four 10v10s, triples, and just slacked a bit on the 10v11 and a few dips that didn't go our way. But I think we only used like only got to have like 9 or 10 10v10 attempts. So to have 4 triples on that is definitely a bright point in the war, in my eyes at least. So good job to the guys there. We just got to tighten up a little bit on the dips, as always, and as on the 10v11s. That took most of our town on 10 attacks. I think that's going to be a key this season, is the ones that can really get it done on 10v11 are going to be the ones that come out on top most of the time. So congratulations to War and Glory. Good try to OneHive, but the season is a marathon, not a sprint. So while we're 0-1, it was against probably one of the best in the league this season for sure, to start off at least. So speaking of 10v11, we did have some nice high percentage ones when we did get it done. Here's one from Lucky Star that is just that, just a 70% 2-star on a Town Hall 10 and on their number 1. So really, really impressive stuff here. So we'll start it off. It starts a little slow. Obviously, most of these do. We'll go ×2. Just going to start picking off some of these outside buildings. See the bowler there being used for that mortar, always a good strategy. Bounce a few shots onto it, so soften it up a little bit. Taking out the corners, just free, almost free percentages here. So nice work there, really scouting that out. Then starts in with the Queen Walk. The Queen Walk is the big part of this attack. She's taking pretty good damage there, but just drops the rage, gets her healed back up, and lets her continue on down, taking out all these trash buildings. Everything on the top side there, going down to just the Queen and the healers, keeping that Eagle Artillery from activating, keeping a mindful eye on how many troops and spells he's placing. Tesla's popping, but the Queen is in good shape here. Only a couple point defense, not going to hurt her. And now as he starts dropping the bowlers, the golems, the Eagle Artillery fires up, but it's time to go in. Test wall breaker there, throws a few more in. Everything is moving in at this point. You see how he started with the bowlers on the bottom there. That pushes everything into the core, so when he drops the jump spell, they are going to head right there towards that town hall. Perfectly placed jump spell, rages them up, and as they get in there just a little deeper, nice freeze on that Queen and on the Inferno Tower. One of the CC troops coming out got froze up. Just beautiful spell placement on this whole attack here. And you see already those bowlers raged up, skipping rocks onto that town hall. It's going to go down. Queen is super healthy. King is actually getting a little love from those healers, so he's getting good. You see the 2-star way in the bag already, but with a minute to go, we're going to fast forward because it just starts petering out here. The Queen gets a few more percentage, and then some percentage around the outside. But nonetheless, a very impressive 10v11. Again, we did struggle there, but when we got it done, the percentages were on point. So just got to get a little bit more consistent with it. I think it'll take some time with the changes to Town Hall 11. It's going to be tougher for everybody, but obviously, some clans are doing it well, like War and Glory, who did really, really well at that. But let's move on to the 10v10s. Of course, our boy Atma doesn't go too many wars without throwing in a Town Hall 10v10 triple. And he got it done here with some style points, using dragons, not just the spam Lalo or anything like that. So you're going to see 3 different styles of attacks for 10v10, which is honestly surprising to me, but also a good thing. I'm glad I'm seeing that and not just the same old mass air attack like we saw in Season 1. So maybe some changes that are actually good. But anyways, coming in with some baby dragons on the bottom, the left and right, taking out those corner buildings, just creating a funnel here, making sure that when he releases those dragons, they're all going to go in quickly. And now he's going to deploy in just a moment his Queen and King, trying to get into those air defenses. When you're doing a dragon attack, obviously the AD is much more important than, like, say, an Inferno Tower. Like when you're doing a La Luna attack, those ADs take out dragons super fast. Dragons can actually tank up the Infernos pretty well. So wall breakers going in there, nicely done. Queen right in behind onto that first air defense, and obviously she's going to step up and get that second one, and even get a bonus there with some of those archer towers. Also pretty destructive towards the dragon. So good value for the CC here. Just going to let that play out a little bit. Queen's getting onto that air defense, or excuse me, that archer tower. Both of the ADs are down. Here come the CC troops. Goes ahead and pops that Queen's ability because he does not really... he's not worried about... She's going to lock on to this Lava Hound eventually, and it's not going to matter. So just go ahead and get her out of the way. And now he can start sending in the dragons. He does have those loons, and you'll see he does have a Lava Hound in the CC to tank up the other 2 air defenses. But for the most part right here, So what he wants to do, he drops down that archer as a nice distraction, pull that lava hound way away from these dragons, let them do their thing before they ever have to encounter that. Rages them up. They get moving in very, very quickly, taking out a lot of defenses super fast here on the bottom side because of that nice funnel he made. Everything going in. Now they're locked onto the queen and the core. Still raged up. Here comes the lava hound and the loons from the top side. Wants to tank up any black bombs. And also look at the clone spell there for those loons coming in there. Nicely done. A couple of haste spells to move things along quicker, and boom, right there, that last air defense is down, and pretty much this is GG at this point. Yes, you see both Inferno Towers stir up, but again, look at how long those dragons are lasting, even on low health, taking out those Inferno Towers. So, not the biggest threat for sure, but they get it done. We'll fast forward ×2. Only a few defenses left. They take out, you see that cloned balloon finally petering out there, but getting a lot of value out of that clone spell for sure. And then the dragons clean up the rest. So beautiful attack by Atma and gets the 3-star. Nicely done. All right, moving on for a couple more. We've got ASAP AK. We saw this one live on stream. Really nice ground attack here. You see bowlers. He's got the queen for the healers for the queen. Just a beautiful attack, and it came down to the wire. It was a very close one, but did get the 3-star in the end. We'll wait just a moment here. We'll fast forward ×2. As a matter of fact, okay, queen's down, healers are on. You're starting off on the town hall there, making sure everything's good, at least for the 2-star, but also a good angle for this base as well. So queen takes out the town hall, and now it's time to move on, to start taking out some of these trash buildings and move on to that first layer of defenses. They'll start going down as well. Just also using her to create the top part of the funnel here. Once he starts sending in these bowlers, he wants to make sure they're not just going to ring around the rosy, around the base. You see the lava hound up top with the wizard doing the same there. Just taking out those corner buildings, making sure everything is set up and prepped for his main attack force. Then the test wall breaker comes in. All looks safe. Golem still doing all the tanking, so there comes the wall breakers, looking good. Opens it right up. King, bowlers, everything going in. You see he's going to drop the jump spell in just a moment. Get into that core. Let those bowlers start doing their thing. He'll rage up as well. Actually drops a haste spell just to move them on a little quicker while they're getting to that rage spell. Nice freeze on the first Inferno Tower there. Good poison placement, slowing down all those CC troops. Boom, lava hound explodes. Golem explodes into 2. All CC troops are down. Now the second Inferno Tower going down. Very, very nicely done. The queen is wrapping around. But that actually works out fine in this attack. You see their bowlers and whatnot going. We're going to go ×2 here. Bowlers going up towards the top here. But they start to peter out. But look at the queen. She's healthy. He's got the CC troops. I was watching this live. I was like, what in the world does he have in this CC? Why is he holding on to it for so long? But it worked out well. You see all these defenses are on the outside. The core of the base is completely taken care of. It's up to the queen and whatever's in that CC. And it turns out to be bowlers. He goes ahead and deploys it with the queen here, which I was a little surprised at. I thought, okay, coming from the top side, maybe distract some of those defenses. I don't know. But it worked out great. We'll go ×2 here as the queen just comes around. She does the work, takes out all of these defenses and those storages remaining. Nice 3-star by ASAP AK. Okay, let's see. We got 2 more for you guys. We're going to show all the Town Hall 10 3-stars this war. Matty J. Coming in, Matty J with that 6-pack. You're going to see both of his attacks here in just a moment. This one he did with hogs. So again, you've seen dragons, you've seen bowlers. Now you're going to see a nice hog attack. So good variety, really nice base identification in my opinion. These guys knowing what it works best for these bases and taking advantage of it. And again, I wish we would have had more Town Hall 10 attacks to throw with their Town Hall 10s because with so few attacks, we got a ton of 3-stars. So our 10s were on point. Just got to get it cleaned up when we go up to the 11s, and maybe we'll get to see even more variety and even more 3-stars next week in our war. So bowlers going in, nice funnel created there. Queen's going in as well, keeping them raged up. Jump spell lets them all the way into the core. When you're doing these hog attacks, again, I've talked about it before. Your main threats, the queen. You want to get one Inferno Tower down, and you want to get those CC troops taken care of. Like that balloon, it's got to go down. It can't survive. Otherwise, it will absolutely wreck your raid, whether it's a baby dragon, balloon, whatever. It doesn't matter. The hogs have to be protected from those 3 things. And right here on the second Inferno Tower, you try to go right towards it, in my opinion. Drop that free spell just like you did there. Keep the hogs healed up, and hopefully you've pathed them well enough that they get to it quickly enough that by the time that freeze wears off, it's dead or almost dead, just like he did right there. And then they step right into a heal, get a little love. And on the backside, you see a lot of defenses left. The queen is still up, though. She's still healthy, so she's helping out, doing work, has the ability as well. And those hogs are making short work of what defenses are left. You see, he dropped a skeleton spell, little distraction there, tank up for the hogs a little bit. But only those couple defenses left, and as they go down, they'll turn and start clearing up defenses. Trash buildings, and the king is the last threat there, but the queen had her ability. Pop that, got it taken care of. Matty J, excellent attack on that 3-star. All right, last one is also Matty J. We're just going down the row. One more slot down there, bottom Town Hall 10. And Matty J getting it done, this time with dragons and loons. So very nice attack here. Again, when you start these off, want to try to make sure and get a couple of those air defenses taken care of. And you'll see this base is set up pretty well for that. The air defenses are all pushed to the outside for the most part. And he's going to start just dropping down a few minions, taking out some of these trash buildings, making sure his funnel is at least partially created, and setting up for the main force. We'll go ×2 just for a moment while this sets up. You guys know the deal here. He's using his king for part of his funnel as well. Now the queen right in behind wall breakers to follow, opens up that first layer of walls, and you can see she's got easy access to 2 of those air defenses. So perfect job there. The king's actually going to get an archer tower on the top. That's good news. First AD going down. She's got a storage to go through, but once that's down, he's still got her ability in the bag. Again, no question, the second AD is going to go down. Right here, you'll see the X-Ball locks on, goes ahead and pops that ability. Not going to get much more out of her, but her job is done. Comes in, you see the king continued on creating that funnel. He's got the army camp taken out on the bottom side, making sure these dragons are going to go into the core. And you can see with those inferno towers clumped up like that, that's even better because these dragons can be raged up, take those out super fast, and then all he's got left to worry about is those 2 bottom air defenses, and he's got the lava hound in the CC to take care of that. So right there's the rage. A few loons going in to help out as well, keeping both groups of dragons raged up. The sweepers causing a little bit of trouble, but nothing they can't handle. And there you see the lava hound doing the tanking on the back part. Again, that clone and haste spell for those backside loons to get to those second group of air defense, take those out, and once those are down, as long as he's got 3 or 4 dragons left, he's looking pretty good. But again, those cloned loons tend to do a lot of work as well. You see he's got some cleanup troops on the bottom from those pups. Nicely done there. Only 1 defense to worry about, and he's got a dragon and a good group of loons left. So that's a 3-star for Matty J in the 6-pack. Nicely done, man. All right, guys, there you go. Again, not the result we wanted for week 1, but the result we got. Congratulations to War and Glory. I know they're going to kill it this season, but I'm also very confident in where OneHive is at. Probably one of our toughest wars, if not our very toughest war of our entire schedule, all season long, out of the way after week 1. So now nowhere to go but up. But looking at the 3 stars, looking at what we did, I feel like we're right there where we need to be to compete with anybody in this league. So hopefully we'll show that in week 2 with a win and get back on track. So hope you guys liked the video. Until next time, Jake from OneHive doing my best to help you guys suck less.